Hello and welcome to the last episode of the Stats of the Year where I see how well I did for AEW's Winter is Coming. So to let you know, there will be spoilers if you have yet seen this special episode of AEW. This is the order of what went down, so let's get to it. First up is for the AEW World Championship, Hangman Page vs Bryan Danielson, where I predicted Hangman still being the champ. I for one thought this match will close out Winter is Coming. This match itself had a 60-minute time limit. So if they did go for the full 60, Bryan had been cocky during this match as he done such things like doing jumping jacks and getting in between the top and middle ropes. At one point Bryan offered his hand to Hangman. Bryan has attacked Hangman in between the ropes a few times during the match. Anyways, there was lots of back and forths with close calls, as well as awesome counters. Then after Bryan rammed Hangman's shoulder and head in one of the square posts, he started to have a cocky pose. This of course caused Hangman to bleed, and as he was, the match stopped a bit while Bryan gave the finger and did more jumping jacks. Then Bryan attacked Hangman's head 3 times before ramming his arm at the same ring post. He injured Hangman's head. So saying Hangman was bleeding is more of an understatement. So his famous yes kicks now became the no kicks by the fans. So as Bryan was doing his kicks, he managed to miss and ended up kicking the post, giving Hangman an opening by attacking the leg. Then they each did big moves that you think that was it, but no, the match kept going on. Brain was at Timekeeper's area gathering himself when Hangman climbed the top turnbuckle to dive onto Bryan and hoping to put him through a table, I believe, but Bryan got out of the way and guided Hangman into the table, in which Hangman hit his arm into it, causing the table to fall. At first I thought Bryan was going to use the belt in some way to gain an advantage on hopes to pick up the win. Yet that did not happen. Then Brain did a DTT on the concrete. During the last 5 minutes, Bryan starts to kick Hangman face, and then Hangman does a crazy move and almost gets the 3 count. This match was truly cowboy shit, and it became the longest AEW match in history. At the end of it, all time had expired, making Hangman still the champ. So not only did Bryan still undefeated with 2 draws and Hangman gotten his first draw, I was right. So I also was right that it is possible AEW may pull off a draw match. Next match I did not predict as it wasn't on the card when I did my prediction video. That match brought Wardlow vs Matt Sydal in a 20 minutes match, which only ended up being about 1 minute and 21 seconds, with Wardlow giving Matt 2 power bombs before getting the 1, 2, 3, and then Shawn Spears hit Matt with a chair 3 times for no reason at all. Then it became Hikaru Shida vs Serena Deeb, where I had Shida winning. First off, I think I was distracted as I did not hear the time limit. Anyways, Hikaru came in with a kendo stick and threw it at Serena before the match even started. This was another great mock with good back and forths with close calls. Serena did some good submission moves during this match. Then at one point Serena removed the top turnbuckle, but it did not matter as Hikaru did a jackknife pin, Nakin, the 1, 2, 3, and once again I was right on this prediction. Now it is time for the next match. The Dynamite Diamond Ring match of Dante Martin vs Maxwell Jacob, Friedman McKay, and MJF. In this match, I had Martin winning the ring. Before the match started, Max just ran his mouth about the state he is fighting in and CM Punk. Then he talked about his op-ed. At the start it looked like Dante had the upper hand. Max then went out of the ring for a bit. Then Max tried to use the ropes for the 1, 2, 3 on hopes to have a 3-peat. What I could hear everyone was for Dante, who did a crazy moonsault and a star press both over the rope to outside the ring. Then there been a good amount of pin attempt from both of them. Then Tony Starks showed up out of nowhere, putting Max's foot on the bottom rope and made Dante tap out. So not only he won the ring a 3rd time, but I was wrong. Then the lights came off, and when the lights came on, Darby Allin and Sting appeared. At the end of the show, Punk showed up, and we'll have a 6-man tag on Rampage. I end up with a B for this episode, and overall I have 579 right and 196 wrong, making me have a C. Thank you for watching the last episode of the stats for this year. Hope I turn that C into an A before 22 is over with. The first episode of the new year will be for year 1. Happy holidays, and I see you next year.